a performing state in the country. And very recently, I think many of you might have read in the newspapers, our Honorable Prime Minister, while submitting a report to the Parliament, he has to mention that Telangana state is one of the best performing states in the country, and more particularly in 2-3 aspects. That is one in agriculture. So, doctors, both of you should know something about our state, newly born state. Of course, at the time of birth it was 29th state, but today it's 28th because of the bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir. Now Telangana is the 28th state. Telangana region was part of the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. So, on the basis of language, this part of the erstwhile Hyderabad state, that is till 1956, we were part of Hyderabad state, which was before independence, it was a princely state ruled by Nizam. So, after bifurcation of the Hyderabad state, the region of Telangana was merged with the then existing state, that is Andhra state, which was born in 1953. So on the basis of linguistic states. But unfortunately, though it was merged to one, the region of Telangana, with the existing state of Andhra state, the aspirations of the people of these regions were not fulfilled, and within a span of 12-13 years, there was a great agitation for a separate statehood in the year of 1969. Of course, in those days we were small children. I am not aware of that age. But the demand was a genuine demand, and in 2001, our political party, that is Telangana Rashtra Samiti, was launched under the leadership of the present Chief Minister, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. So for the last 7 years, yes, Telangana is a newly born state, but before that, I mean to say from 2001 to 2014, role of doctors in the education was immense. That's why I briefed all these things a little bit. The role of doctors in Telangana, in spite of their busy schedule, in spite of their busy practice, almost all the doctors supported this education for a separate statehood. So once again, I want to reiterate many attempts. I express my sincere gratitude on behalf of my political party, Telangana Rashtra Samiti, to one and all. And once again, on this auspicious day, I want to once again congratulate all of you for achieving. It was an aspiration to be a state, but after being a state, Telangana achieved a lot. Number one, in power. Telangana, at the time of formation of this new state, the erstwhile rulers, the last chief minister of the undivided Andhra Pradesh, he expressed openly in the state assembly that Telangana will be starving for power, electricity. But today, our state, after fulfilling its needs, we are now selling electricity to our neighboring states, including Andhra Pradesh. That is the greatest achievement of our state. Within a span of 7 years, Telangana produce electricity and fulfill its needs, and almost all for the last 2 months we are selling power. So that is one of the greatest achievement of the state of Telangana. And the next is with regard to the irrigation. Our agitation was, the tagline of our agitation was Neelu, Nidulu, Niyamakalu. Neelu means water, Nidulu means funds, and Niyamakalu means employment. So the second part, of course, Telangana, once again I want to mention in this, before this audience, because all of well-learned people, Telangana as a new state within a span of 7 years, with regard to the budget, yes, though it is not a surplus budget, definitely I can say that Telangana is one of the best performing state in collecting taxes, and we are not starved with funds, in fact, to our ongoing project. And Telangana state, in the recent COVID, Telangana recovered in V-shaped, because though the economy drastically went down, almost all the states in our country, but Telangana recovered in V-shaped. The economy say V-shaped economy and U-shaped economy. U means it's late to recover, but V-shaped means immediately recover. So Telangana is one among the 5 states under V-shaped recovery. So this is a great achievement for the new state of Telangana. I'm taking this opportunity to also make some, what to say, almost all of them, the doctors were present in this auditorium. They played a key role, as I just mentioned, in the Telangana station, and they are well aware of all these facts. But once again, I want to reiterate all these things because we should have confidence, because some political opponents are making hue and cry against this government on flimsy grounds, which I want to just bring to your notice. So these are the greatest achievements of our state, and we are one of the best recovered state in the period of this pandemic. And as mentioned by Dr. Jailal, yes, the vaccination in the state of Telangana, particularly to the in COVID, during the COVID period, yes, we performed it very well. Doctors, in the present context, the state of Telangana, very recently we announced a few medical colleges. I think initially we announced 7 medical colleges, and very recently another new 9 medical colleges are going to be, I think in the next year, hopefully we are going to lay foundation stone for the next 12. The state, while there were only 5 medical colleges at the time of bifurcation, now I think we added 7 more, and 12 more are going to come up next year. And our Chief Minister's intention is to see that every district should have a government medical college. There are now 33 districts in this state. At the time of bifurcation, we were having only 10. Now there are 33 districts, and our state government come up with an ambitious program to construct a medical college along with a nursing college and also dental college if needed at some places. These are the future plans of our state government. So, of course, there are private colleges also in our state. And as you know, India, after attaining independence, the first Prime Minister of our country, under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, we have chosen the mixed economy. So naturally, both private and government should go along, and there should not be any contradiction. And our Chief Minister, in the last cabinet meeting, he took a decision that the infrastructure in the government hospitals should more or less on par with the private hospitals. Of course, though not corporate, definitely it should be on par with the private sector. And very recently, we have launched Palle Davakanalu, means Palle means villages. Already Basti Davakana means urban health centers. In addition to the urban health centers, our government is going to launch in every village Palle Davakana, means at least if not a doctor, at least with some paramedical personnel, we want to start some Palle Davakanalu in each and every village of our state. You mentioned about the cards. Dr. Vijay Chandar is here, he is my classmate. చాలా మంది అంటున్నారు రవీందర్ రెడ్డి గారు అన్నారు డాక్టర్స్ అంటే వినోద్ ప్రేమ, ఎందుకంటే నేను ట్రై చేశాను, నాకు రాలేదు సీటు. మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఇప్పుడు విజయ్ చంద్ర ఉన్నాడు. అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇన్ దోస్ డేస్ ఓన్లీ 3 మెడికల్ కాలేజెస్, ఉస్మానియా, గాంధీ అండ్ కాకతీయ. సో అఫ్ కోర్స్ హీ వాజ్ మెరిటోరియస్ స్టూడెంట్ ఇన్ అవర్ క్లాస్, సో హీ గోట్ ఇట్. సో ఐ ట్రైడ్ ఓన్లీ వన్స్, నాకు ఒకసారి రాలేదు, వదిలిపెట్టేస్తాను అంతే. మెనీ ఆస్క్డ్ మీ టు ట్రై ఫర్ సెకండ్ టైం, బట్ ఐ డిడ్ నాట్. సో ఐ వాజ్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ టు pursue law, so I practiced in Warangal till 98, and later on shifted to High Court, and ultimately I landed in this movement in political party. Of course, right from my student days, I was in student politics, so that's how I know about this profession very well, because during my student days, political activities, I used to sleep with my good friends who were political activists in Students' Federation in Karthikeya medical colleges, and how you pursue your education. పొద్దునగా కూర్చుంటే సాయంకాలం నాకు పుస్తకాలు పెట్టుకొని కూర్చునేది for talking to 5 minutes of I want to speak to while organizing, when I want to meet and organize the medicos, then books munde కూర్చున్నారు. I used to sleep, and ultimately they used to give 5-10 minutes, then I used to talk. And Mr. Vijay Chandar was my opponent because he was in ABVP. In those days, of course, we were good friends, but political ideologically, he was in ABVP, I was in Students' Federation. So that's how I love this pro. During my right from my student days, I know how much hard work to become a doctor. I know for how many hours you read, you pursue your education. I know right from my childhood, right from my, I mean to say from intermediate days. So as you mentioned, my wife is also a doctor, gynecologist. I know how she pursued a PG course for 3 years, leaving her small child at home. She went to Karnataka and pursued her education. So I know about how much hard work you doctors education, how much hard work you do. But ultimately, what I mean to say, in the Kastabada, that you reap the fruits definitely. All of your, many of you, majority of the doctors are definitely their success, both financially and socially. You have good reputation, good name. So, Indian Medical Association Doctors of Telangana, yes, there is a lot to do in the coming days. Telangana government definitely, in the coming days, we will take your help in conducting the, what to say, we have a very ambitious program, very big ambitious program to have health cards to each citizen of our state. That's our Chief Minister is seriously pursuing with the IT sector people how to make medical records of every citizen of this state. So definitely during that time the role of Indian Medical Association is very important. Definitely we will take your kind help during those days. And lastly, you made a mention about the land. Actually, in fact, while this delegation, IMA delegation, then when they came to me, Lava Kumar Reddy, Garu, you should mention it's I who proposed it, not you. It is I who proposed. డాక్టర్ ఐఎంఏకి ఒక మంచి ల్యాండ్ ఉండాలి, ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్లో ఉండాలి మీకు. మన రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి డాక్టర్స్ అందరూ వచ్చినా కూడా దేశ ప్రాపర్ చాలా కష్టపడి వస్తారు, పిల్లల్ని, భార్యని, లేకపోతే భర్తలు అందరు కలిసి వస్తారు. ఒక మంచి, నాకు తెలిసి చాలామంది డాక్టర్స్ సాటర్డే సండే వచ్చి వెళ్తుంటారు పాపం, భూపాలపల్లి, జగిత్యాల, నాకు తెలిసిన డాక్టర్స్. సో దట్స్ హౌ ఐ గాట్ దట్ ఐడియా దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ వెరీ గుడ్, బికాస్ ఇన్ ఢిల్లీ I know about Aparagaru తెలుసు, ఇండియన్ హ్యాబిటెట్ సెంటర్ ఉంటుంది ఇన్ ఢిల్లీ, a very big institution. All these IAS and IPS people, immediately after independence, in the heart of Delhi, they got allotted some land and they constructed a very big clubhouse and everything. And they enjoy a lot. Of course, only few parliamentarians get that opportunity to be members of that Indian Habitat Center in India International Center. And thanks to Jayapal Reddy Garu, who gave me that membership to those institutes. Normally, parliamentarians, every year they give only 2. So I have to remember Jayapal Reddy Garu. He has chosen me and he gave me that card. Opportunity to see those ambience and everything about that institute. So why can't we have such an institute? I know about your IMA building in Delhi also. So that's how I got that idea. Then I myself, of course, in fact, they came up with the same idea later on with a detailed project report also. Definitely in the coming days, I will seek appointment with our Honorable Chief Minister, H. Shekhar Agaru, and the delegation from IMA Telangana State. You can meet him and you can make a request. And as you know, our Honorable Chief Minister allocated land to various social organizations and even to some cultural activists, and also to అంటే మన సామాజికంగా కుల సంఘాలు అంటాం, వాళ్ళకు కూడా చాలా ఇచ్చారు. So definitely we should demand, in fact, actually, I am with you, definitely we will make a request to the Chief Minister to have some good land at, of course, construction. మీరు డొనేషన్ అన్నారు, ఐఎమ్ ఏ పూర్ మ్యాన్, I can't donate for such a huge building, but definitely I will play an important role in seeing that to allocate such a land for you, so that in the coming days you can construct a very big building for your fraternity. So one more observation made by our national president is with regard to your membership. You have only about 70,000 membership. As Mr. Sampatrao Garu, he informed me that the total strength of doctors in Telangana is 40,000 who are now practicing in the state of Telangana. So how come only 17,000 membership in IMA? Definitely, I think all the senior doctors, you should seriously pursue to get all them enrolled in IMA. Even in our advocates association also, we do have such problem, but we try to resolve in those days. Every advocate will come up with immediately after enrolling himself in the bar council, immediately take a membership in our bar association because of various facilities which our bar council provided to the advocates. So hopefully our medical council of India should also launch few programs. I know that you do have some programs. So Indian Medical Association Telangana chapter should see that all the doctors in our Telangana are enrolled in this IMA. And thanks a lot once again for giving this opportunity for me to speak few words on behalf of my government and also myself. Thank you.